Welcome, dear listener, to Desert Island Gamer, a quick-fire interview podcast digging into those video games that shaped us into the wholesome, kind-hearted people we are today. The entirely original premise: one desert island, one guest, 3 games they adore, one game they abhor, and a carefully selected gaming character with which to spend an eternity of moonlit walks along the beach. It could be weird, it could be unhinged, and it could have crappy sound quality, but at least it will be short. To the island. Welcome, dear listener, to Desert Island Gamer, direct from the sunny, sandy shores of someplace shimmering. It's good, wasn't it? I made that up just then. This is episode 2, and based on the old rhyme, first the worst, second the best, third the one with the hairy chest, we shouldn't even have to really work too hard here. Although I am a bit worried about the hairy chest, as Courtney is next week's guest. Oh, that rhymed. Today, joining me on the island is Holly, gamertag Shadow Cadet 05. Say hello, Hol.
Hello.
Shadow Cadet 05, a mysterious gamer tag until you realise it was built from her former love of LD Shadow Lady's YouTube channel, which she has asked me not to mention, so I won't. Anyway, welcome again, Holly.
Thanks.
It is good to have you here. We'll start with a traditional game of either or. Let's get to know you. Netflix or YouTube?
Netflix.
Okay. Favourite Netflix show?
Stranger Things.
You're walking along the road, headphones in. Are you listening to music or podcasts? Think carefully.
Music.
Think carefully. Kit Kat, Fourfinger, or Twix?
Kit Kat.
Yeah. In fact, Twix is nearly the same size as a Kit Kat now. Yeah, they've made the bars really short. It's a rip. Anyway, without further ado, we will get on with the show. First game.
Detroit Become Human.
Ah, cool. Detroit Become Human on the
PlayStation 4.
I am a big fan of that game. What is it about the game that you really love?
I love the story because it's a decision-making game and they're my favourite kind of games.
That's interesting as well, because those sort of games do divide opinion quite often. Some people don't even see them as games, more like they're sat in a director's chair, literally just telling the cast where to go, what to do, rather than actually controlling any on-screen action. How do you feel about that?
I don't know, I think it's a game.
Yeah, you still see it as a game?
Yeah, they're the best games, so...
You enjoy getting invested in the story?
Yeah.
Do you have a favourite character from Detroit?
Connor's my favourite.
Connor. So Connor is...
the android, they're all androids, but he's a detective, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
And he teams up with the cool drunk dude, former alcoholic, lunatic, Hank.
Yeah.
Is this the sort of game you will go back and play because they can have multiple endings? Will you try and see those multiple endings?
Yes.
And how many have you managed to crack so far?
Well, I've done the first one, and I want to play it again and try and get the worst ending, just 'cause I think that'll be fun.
That's a
and
little
try
bit
kill everyone
a little
as
bit
fast
worrying.
as possible.
Are you the sort of person who builds a wall around a sim and watches it starve to death?
Yeah,
Yes.
drown them in the pool as well.
Okay, Holly, you're saying too much. So I'm just going to phone the police. So are you a fan of games where it's almost like you are playing God?
Yes. Yeah, decision-making game is my favourite kind of games because every single choice you make can change the entire ending of the game, or what happens to a certain character. And then there's one bit in Detroit where you're playing as Connor, and this one decision can change his entire story and make him a completely different character, and that's really cool.
That is very cool.
Yeah.
At the moment, with just one playthrough, you've only experienced one side of that coin, but you are keen to mess that android up.
Yeah.
And are you a big fan of the games that came before Detroit, like Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls?
Yeah.
Have you got a favourite of those two?
Beyond Two Souls out of those two.
That's the one where Ellen Page can't say Aiden.
No, she says he's... Oh my god, he's called Aiden.
Well, yes, but he's probably called Aiden,
Well,
and
no.
she just said Aiden, and no one had the balls to say,
But if-
"Excuse me, Ellen, it's Aiden."
If she's like the main character, she knows the name. Like,
Oh yeah, but she maybe just read the script and was like, "Oh, Aiden, that's a funny name."
Aiden is a name.
Maybe it was just a very awkward situation for everyone
No.
involved. Anyway, Detroit Become Human. That's a cool choice. I like that. Game 2.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
A massive game. And why Red Dead Redemption 2?
I love open world games, and it's like there's so much you can do in that game, like all the side missions and random encounters, and obviously the story again is really good.
Well, you're a fan of stories then, rather than just a battle royale game where you dropped in and you fight to the death and then do it all over. Yeah, that's nice. And are you a completionist?
The main story is like my favourite thing, but I will do like side missions and try and do as much as I can.
And have you seen the end of Red Dead Redemption 2?
Yes.
I haven't, so don't tell me if Arthur dies.
Okay.
Spoiler alert, I don't know. Did you get emotionally invested in the characters?
Yeah.
And do you have any particular highlights from that game? Is there a single mission or a single event that, without leaving spoilers, that you can say that you kind of thought this game's a little bit magic?
Well, the ending is like massive moment.
Right,
obviously,
you can't.
'cause it's,
Yeah, you can't divulge that in case
But-
someone listening hasn't got there, like myself.
There's like loads of like twists and like things you don't expect to happen.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
My favourite bit of what I've played, which isn't much, is the start of it in the storm. Because, oh my god, when they get to that hut, it's so cosy. Right, Red Dead Redemption 2, Game 2, and Game number 3.
Spider-Man PS4.
Another sprawling game, another big open world.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, I'm not a huge superhero dude, so why Spider-Man?
He's my favourite like superhero, and it's really cool to play as him. And obviously the story is amazing, and just like swinging through the city is really fun. And
Yeah.
fighting all the people.
Of course it's fun. Swinging through the goddamn... Yeah, you're swinging through the city. What's not fun about that? Are you a fan of Spider-Man on the big screen as well?
Yes.
Have you got a favourite Spider-Man? Because there's been a few.
Like actor.
Yes, we've got like Mr. Tom Holland, some others.
Yeah, Tom Holland is
Tom
the
Holland's
best
your favourite.
Spider-Man.
The most recent as well. Right, excellent choices. There's your 3 games you're taking to the island. I liked all 3 of them except for Spider-Man, and I've not played much of Red Dead. I really love Detroit though. Now, 1 game you are going to toss to the flames.
Fortnite.
That's a controversial one. A lot of people would be up in arms at the thought of Fortnite being burned and no longer existing. Why Fortnite?
I used to love it and play it a lot, but then I think it was around like season 6 I just stopped because it started getting really stupid, and like they were adding all these things that were just like, I don't know, they didn't make sense. And yeah,
What example?
well, I don't know, they added cars, which I hate. I never wanted cars in the game.
So people can drive cars?
Yeah, I didn't want that. And there's like sharks, and you can like ride them, and there's like fishing. I don't like the fishing, and I don't. Yeah, it's
Fishing?
Yeah, you can fish.
Wait, you
for,
can
like,
just stop the battle and fish?
yeah, for like weapons and stuff and fish.
Oh man.
And if you like shoot at someone, they just like turn into a house, and it's like, I don't know, it's not
What?
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was what I hated. You start shooting someone, they turn into a house.
Yeah.
With Fortnite out of the question, do you play any other of the Battle Royale games, or was that the only one you really had time for?
That was the only one that I
Alright.
really played.
Yeah. Not much story involved anyway, so it wouldn't appeal to you.
No.
So Fortnite is going into the bin. I mean the Bernie bin. And now, a character to join you on the desert island.
Ellie from The Last of Us.
And why Ellie?
She's like one of my favourite characters from any video game. And I don't know, I think she'd like be really good at surviving.
Yeah, well, she got through an apocalypse.
Yeah.
That's it's a good start. Bear Grylls hasn't done that yet. Ed Stafford might have. So Ellie is on the island. Did you have any other potential island companions before opting for Ellie?
I don't know. I really like Cassandra from Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
I have not played that, so I have no idea who that is.
She's like the main character, but I don't think I'd want to spend time with her on an island. I don't know.
Would it be a bit weird?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is your desert island. Before we go, were there any games that nearly made the cut?
Yeah, The Walking Dead, like Telltale Walking Dead.
Oh my god,
one of my
that is the
favourite
best.
games.
Well, you should have picked it.
Well, I don't know.
Who's your favourite character in The Walking Dead?
Kenny,
the lunatic. The one-eyed
lunatic.
lunatic. Most heartbreaking moment from The Walking Dead?
Oh, see, am I allowed spoilers?
Spoiler alert, incoming heartbreaking moment from The Walking Dead.
Well, obviously season 1, like when Clementine shoots Lee.
Okay.
But that wasn't as bad for me as in season 2 when Clementine left Kenny with AJ. Like, you could choose to stay with him, but I chose to leave. Yeah, that was really sad.
Interesting. My most sad moment from all of them was where Duck is dying on the train, and then his mum or his dad, one of them. I think it's
dad.
who carries him. I think his mum carries him into the woods because they know he's dying, and he's just got his arms round her, and he's like a little dude.
No.
Man, that was so sad. And Holly is now crying, and I'm crying,
awful.
and on that teary bombshell, we'll call it a day. Thank you, Holly, for joining me on the desert island. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
And until next time, goodbye.
Bye.